Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Rima Bhavsar, your Austin local realtor, and today we're going to be talking about a very important topic. This is actually a question from a lot of my buyers that are buying new construction home. Is the school zone changing? I know this might be a shock, but there are homes literally facing each other that fall into a different school zones. Either it could be a Leander ISD or a Georgetown ISD. And this is happening a lot in the new construction phase. Now, would that affect your resale or anything like that? Or should you be concerned about it? Well, let's go ahead and get started. First off, let's break it down with school zones and ISD. In Texas, ISD stands for Independent School District, and it's the governing body responsible for managing schools in a particular area. The school zones, on the other hand, refer to a geographic boundaries within which children are assigned to attend specific schools. For instance, if you buy a home in a specific area, your children will likely attend the schools within that zone based on the ISD. But there's a kicker. These boundaries can change over time, especially with new construction and growing population. Now let's talk about new construction as Texas cities, including areas around Austin, Dallas, and Houston, continue to grow. New neighborhoods are constantly being developed. The expansion can lead to changes in school zones and even new schools being built in the area. For example, if a developer builds a large community in an area where there isn't a school, the ISD may need to adapt the school zone to accommodate the new residents. This could mean moving some homes from one school zone to another, or even creating a new school to serve the area. Okay, so what happens when you buy a new home? Can a school zone change after? While most school zones stay fairly stable, new construction, population growth, and school capacity can cause changes. ISDs will sometimes redraw boundaries to address overcrowding in schools or to ensure that students are attending schools that are geographically closer to their homes. For example, if a new school is built nearby, the district might adjust the boundaries so that the school isn't overcrowded. So how can you stay ahead of these changes? Well, here are some quick tips for you to remember as a home buyer. Number one, ask your realtor. A knowledgeable real estate agent will have access to the latest school zone maps and can help you understand if your potential home is in a desirable school zone. Make sure to ask about potential changes, especially if you're buying a home in a crowding area with lots of construction. Number two, check with the school district. The ISD's website or office will have you up-to-date maps of school zones and any upcoming boundary changes. It's always a good idea to check in with the district, especially if you're concerned about any future shifts. Number three, review planned developments. Research any new schools or major developments planned for the area. Many ISDs release information about future projects, and this can give you heads up about possible school zone changes. So does the school district itself ever change? Yes. Although less frequently, ISDs can expand or split into separate districts, particularly in fast-growing areas. This usually happens when a district gets too large to effectively manage or serve the local population. When this happens, it's important to stay informed on how the change may affect your school options. As a home buyer, I know it can be very overwhelming with the new move and everything, but I would highly advise you guys to keep an eye on the local news and also the ISD meetings to get an up-to-date on the school changes. In conclusion, buying a home in a certain school zone can be a great investment, but it's important to remember that these zones can and do change. If you're buying a new construction home or moving into a growing area, always double check with your realtor and the school district to make sure you understand any potential changes.